welcome to my YouTube channel, Code with Risky. Hey everyone, welcome back to Code with Risky. In today's video, we are going to break down one of the most important topics in JavaScript, the if statement. Let's start. Let's create a folder for our 10th video. So, in today's video, we are going to break down one of the most important topics in JavaScript, the if statement, the if-else, and the if-else ladder. So let's start. What is a conditional statement? In JavaScript, a conditional statement let your code decide what to do based on a condition. You can tell program, if this is true, do this. If not, do something else. So let's see the if statement, if condition. So let's see how it's work. So here we give a condition to our code, and if our condition is true, so it runs, otherwise nothing happens. Let's see. I give a condition. Wait, let's make a variable. Let age is equal to 19 and put a condition here if age greater or equal to 18. So print you are an adult. So as you can see, it is working. So let's see how it is working. First, I make a variable age and give it a value. So what if statements do it? So how it is working? It's checking the condition. If it is true, the code will run. Otherwise, nothing will happen. Like if I write 1, so nothing will happen because 1 is not equal to 18 and is not greater than 18. So nothing will going to happen. So this is how if a statement works. It check the condition. If it is true, it will run. Otherwise nothing going to be happen. Let's check our other statement. What if you want to do something when the condition is false? In if statement, it runs only when it is true. But if else statement, it's also run if our condition is false. So let's understand it through the example. Let age is equal to 11. If else, first we have to write condition. If age greater equal to 18, then print you or an adult. Else, in false condition, I want to print you or an minor. So let's see. So my age is 11 and 11 is lesser than 18 or equal to 18. So this condition is false. So if my code will be false, so I want to print you are a minor. So here my code running. Let's change the value of my age. 1, you are a minor, and 18, you are adult. 167, you are adult. So this is how if-else statement works. But what if I want to check more than 2 conditions? In this statement, I only can check 2 possibilities. First is true and second is false. But what if I want to check more than 2 possibilities? Like in this code, I only can check 2 conditions, true or false. And this statement, I only can check if it is true. This is if statement, and this is example of if-else statement. Let's make more example of it. If you want to write if-else, so you can write IFEN and enter. Let's try to understand it through the one more example. Let num is equal to 14, then IFEL, enter, condition. Let's check our number is odd or even. Num modulus 2 equal to 0, then print even number, else print odd number. So let's see, even number. So let's see how it is calculating. This is my num variable that holds 14 value, and this is modulus operator. If my num divided by 2 gives the remainder 0, so the condition will be true and it will print even number. So if my condition false, so it will become in false condition and it will print odd number. So this is how it is working. Let's change our num variable. 1 odd number and 145 odd number, 144 even number. So this is how if-else statement works. So this is how if-else work. If you have only 2 conditions to check, so you have if-else statement. But what if you have multiple conditions? So if you have multiple conditions, so for that, so you have if-else ladder. Let's see how it is work. So this is our if-else else ladder. Here you can check multiple conditions like here one condition, you can check here another condition. If you have multiple conditions, so you have to use if, else ladder. How it is work? It's check first condition. If it is true, so it will run this part of the code. And if this condition is not true, so it will check another condition, then another condition. And if all condition is false, so it will end here in this else ladder. So let's try to understand it. Well, how it is work? It check the conditions one by one. It is like a real ladder, like in ladders you have steps. So in this statement, it check all condition. It will check this condition first. If it is true, it will run the code immediately. If this condition become false, so it will check another condition. And if the condition is true, so it will run the code and stop working. If the condition is false, so it will move to the next condition. If this condition is true, so the code will run or stop after working, it works. But if the condition is false, so it will end up here and come in this else ladder. So let's try to understand it through the example. Let's make our variable first. Let marks is equal to 30. My first condition is my marks. If my marks greater or equal to 90, then print grade A. Else check condition 2. If my marks is greater or equal to 80, then print grade B. And let's make our third statement mark greater equal to 70, then print grade C. And our last condition, if our all conditions false, then in if ladder, if our all condition will be fail, if our all condition will be false, so it will end up in else. In else, I want to print keep trying. So let's see how it is working. First, I make a variable marks, then I put the value 30. If I have multiple conditions, so I use if ladder. So how it is work? So it's check condition one by one. This is my first condition. If it is true, so it will run this code. If it will be false, so it will be moved to next condition. Then if it will be false, so it will move on another condition, so on. But it will end up here. If my all condition will be false, so it will end up here and run what code I put in else condition. It says keep trying because my number is 30 and it is not fulfill this condition and not this condition and either this condition. So it's end up in this condition. And if I change the value of it, like 45, keep trying, and 99, A grade, 68, keep trying, 70, C grade, 89, B grade. So this is how it works. This is else if ladder. So and this is how it works. And let's recap what we learned. First, use if when you just want to check one condition. Use if else when you have true and false cases. Use if else when you have multiple possibilities outcomes like this. So this is how if else ladder works. I hope you learned something new today. If you found this video helpful, like, share and subscribe to Code with Risky for more beginner friendly JavaScript tutorials.